Is actually a bit about introductions, because our urban regional planning study program is going forward to the two focuses. The first one is digitalizations, and the second one is the carbonizations, or more or less the climate change. So in these sessions, we would like to share with all of you about planning a net zero, low carbon urban development. Many people think that planning a net zero is engineering stuff. It should be like more critical numbers, these kind of things, yeah. But actually, as us, as a planner, this is also most important things for us, because it also give our goals to which direction we would like to develop our own city. So this low carbon urban development, the things that we would like to introduce now. Okay. Okay, so the concept of net zero. First of all, the net zero concept, because it also has net, yeah, it means neutral. So it's actually simplifying like the one that we produce and the one that we use. But the thing is, at the moment, we produce a lot of carbon, but we forgot to use it. That's why this accumulated in the atmosphere, and then it becomes struggles, or the global warming for our Earth. So net zero, as we know, also for climate neutral, carbon neutral, and also greenhouse gas neutral, is something that is produced. But after it is produced, instead of taking them into the atmosphere, we would like to use them as an energy or any other things, like heat, this kind of things. Yeah. So the keywords is actually about emissions reductions. Yeah. In order to find out more about net zero, we also have three scopes. The first scope is all that based on your control. For example, if it's happened in your university, yeah, in our tools, Universitas Indonesia Green Metric, for example, if it's developed under the university, it means it's already scope 1. But if scope 2, it means it is used or purchased energy. And then scope 3 is beyond your control, but it happened. Yeah, that's how it's. Okay, so the issues is why we need to talk about this low carbon cities. It is because the city consumes significant resources and generate about 60% of global greenhouse gases from transportations and also infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? Buildings, streets, these kind of things, a lot of them, yeah. So low carbon cities is actually urban areas that is a way forward to minimize the greenhouse gases through this infrastructure, energy efficiency, integrated urban planning. That's how it is, okay? From the importance of low carbon cities, we have here many of them: the economic growth, environmentally responsibility, and also social well-being. For your information also, the low carbon cities is human-centered. So it won't be happening without our contributions, without human contributions every day, because it's always about reducing the emissions, and us is the one who generate the emissions. So speak about the challenges in Indonesia. We have the first one is air pollution, of course, yeah. No one will argue about this air pollution is coming from transportations, industry, coal-fired power plant. The second one is about the urban heat island in the cities, for example, which is the agglomerations coming up more and more greater Jakarta and so on and so forth. Yeah, we have transportations, land use change, deforestations. If you can see from this, the average of our Earth temperature, it is increasing, even though they are like this, but it is positively higher time by time. So why is this important? The low carbon cities, we tend to always remember about this NDC, the national determined contribution. So what it is a national contributions from each of the countries, which is Indonesia also contributed to. It's basically initiated from Paris Agreement 2015, and Indonesia is firstly stated in 2016 that they will reduce the emissions by 29% at first, and then 41% if with international support. But then after the updated status and also the advanced status, and then now we have to do 2024 about the advanced, and then the second statement, now we will have the 32% with our own works, and then it's 43.2% with international support. This is basically the one that we are at the moment approaching. With this second one statement, it is basically we are working based on 2019 emission baseline. So it's a kind of very, very high rank and also target. Okay, so how low carbon city contribute to NDCs? This is the reduction emission, integration of the planning, stakeholder, co-benefits, and also support transportation solutions. So I won't be in the detail, but if you can see in these graphs, you can see the conditional and unconditional one. Yeah, the conditional one means with the support of foreign countries, of international. The unconditional means with Indonesian effort. All of them contributed by Climate Action Tracker in 2023 is called insufficient. Why? Because we want to reduce the emissions from the level, and we want to make temperature increase below 2 degrees, and our target is 1.5 degrees. So a lot of things that we can do. Yeah. Some benchmarking from Netherlands, Spain, Italy, and Scotland, they were moving forward from this for this LCC, and they are working with different focuses. For example, gastronomy, transportation, this kind of so. Yeah. Okay, this is strategy for the LCC. We are working with the transportations, infrastructure, and also the policy, the one who behind the gun. Yeah. So Indonesian key strategies, we are working with this NDC. Of course, we have ambitious targets. Of course, this is something that we are committed to because this is internationally agreed on, the Paris Agreement, reducing drivers to vulnerability to climate change impact, reduction to climate change impact, enhancing capacity of communities, enhancing engagement of stakeholders. In this way, we always remember that in order to get to our target, we will not forget that it's all about human-centered. That's how it is. So the conclusions, low carbon cities are critical to Indonesian future urban expansion. Indonesian cities can also solve serious environmental concern while improving inhabitants' quality of life by focusing human-centered design, integrating great infrastructure, and enacting wise policies. These holistic strategies not only helps reduce carbon footprints, but also promote a more livable urban environment. I think that's all from my part. I will looking forward for Professor Scott's presentation. Thank you all.